unedited. All right, come on in, people. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. All right. We talking about LA tonight. The LA Sheriff, Lancaster County Sheriff. All right. We rolling. Back on for the second time tonight. Late tonight, but hey, it is what it is. Some of you guys gonna call off work tomorrow. You're not going in. I know it. You had too much to drink. You had too much to drink. You're not going in tomorrow, so you might as well hang out with me tonight. This live, uncut, unedited. This is your boy Martin G, aka the Crime Chaser. I tell you, this is real. And I'm waiting on you guys tonight to respond back to this video because this is an unjustly arrest, slammed to the ground, all above, whatever you want to call it. And this is why the police department and the ordinary black citizens don't get along, can't get along. I know y'all don't want to hear this, but this is real. This is real. I'm real, and I'm telling a real story. You said, well, Martin, you wasn't there. I wasn't there, but they got footage. It's just as if I was there. I tell you, people, we're going to learn. We're going to learn not to allow our women to get misused. I tell you, this is real. Make sure you share it on your page. I need 100 people in here better. Come on in. Come on in here. All right, Kanika, good seeing you. Good seeing you. Kanika Robinson, Lynn Miller, what's going on? Live, uncut, unedited, people. We in the house tonight. We in the house. Don't let nobody tell you we're not in the house. They secretive watching us. They watching us without even tuning in, but that's okay. I tell you who I'm not watching them. I tell you that much. And people, I trust that you guys hold me accountable and any elected official, any activist, all of us. We have to be all held accountable for the work that we do. If we're so-called serving the public, that's what we need to be held accountable, because I am a servant. And I mean to serve the public. And I tell you, even if it ain't no money involved, I still love black people. I tell you, some folks, they good at what they do. They good at making fun of black people. Don't care nothing about black people. I tell you, make sure you share this, because we got something to share, people. I'm not, listen, we got something to share, people. And we got to share our message to the world. Let them know what black folks on here doing. We got to let them know what black folks on here doing. We got to share our message to the world. I tell you. Let me make sure I charge up my thing. Okay, y'all. Share this video so we get the right amount of people here. We got something to show today. It's real. When I tell you it's real, it's real. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Y'all know what it is. It's live, uncut, unedited. Going right to my page. All right. We're going to lock this in and pin this up. All right, I'm going to say the video. Save it. Okay. All right. All right. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. It's late. I know it's late. But we got to do what we got to do. All right. I need you guys to share the video too. Share the video. I'm going to share it. I'm sorry, people. Share the video. Come on in. Come on in. You already know what it is. What is live, uncut, call. I see unedited. One call already. One call already. All right. Hold on, caller. Before you say anything, I'm going to bring this video in here. I'm going to play it.
Why y'all doing this shit, man? Bro, why y'all doing all this?
Listen up.
Oh no! Motherfucker, stop! Get off of her! Don't you sock her! Don't you sock a lady! Don't you sock a lady! Don't sock her!
Look close. He's going to spray her too as well with mace.
Don't sock her!
Better watch it real close. Watch.
Put your hands behind your back. Calm down.
This is why we have Why? He's only filming.
Why y'all doing this shit, man?
We got him arrested, which he can film in a public place. And she's back a decent distance. And this is for the ledge that they're still in the cake. These figures is.
Oh no!
This is an LA.
Motherfucker, stop! Get off of her! Don't you sock her! Don't you sock a lady! Don't you sock a lady! Don't sock her!
White people.
Don't sock her!
Just be all over.
Put your hands behind your back. Calm down, man.
All right, we're going to hold it right there for a minute. I'm going to let my caller call in real quick. Talk. All right, let me hold it right there. Hold on, caller. Let you talk. Appreciate you calling in. Hey, caller, this is live, uncut, unedited. Go ahead, caller. 6860. I'm sorry. 6860. 6860, caller. Okay, they hung up. I got another caller. Okay. I can play the video again. Live, uncut, unedited. Cops are off the chain.
Motherfucking duck! Get off of her! Don't you sock her! Don't you sock a lady! Don't you sock a lady! Don't sock her!
Watch this.
Don't sock her!
Oh, in the face. Now you're gonna spray with noise too. Wow. See? Okay. Block it from the mother from the cop.
Call the commander! Call the commander! Stop!
Put your hands behind your back. Calm down.
All right, caller. Okay, caller 3699. Go ahead, caller. Sad situation.
Yeah, this is horrible. This is horrible. And this officer, this is what I want callers to listen to me very closely. You have to go after these officers' certification. It's not enough for them to be fired. When a police officer is fired for excessive force, it's like a job transfer. They will leave that department and go to another and get rehired. You have to go after their certification and their bonding. That certification, once that's taken, they can never be a police officer ever again. See, they don't tell you that. They just, you think it's a victory because they've been fired. It's nothing but a transfer, and in most cases, a promotion. You got to go after that certification. Go after the certification.
Okay, so the certification, it stops them from getting hired in other places, right?
Ever. They can't. Once they lose that certification, they cannot be a law officer ever again. You lose that certification, that's it.
Okay.
You got to start suing for the certification. Just because they're fired, that means nothing. Just like if you get fired from a job, you'll go get the same job in another location. And that's what they do. They're not worried about being fired. It's nothing.
Somebody said they can go to Florida no matter. Somebody said they can go to Florida no matter what they've done. And that might be true. I don't know if that's true or not, but I do some research on
I doubt it. Once you lose that certification, and officers have a license, they have a bond that like I think it's a license and bonding. They have insurance. You have to sue their insurance.
Okay.
See, people think, oh, they got fired. No, you got to go further than that.
All right. Hold it right there, sis. I want to show the other side of the video too as well. So I'm going to reshare, go back and put another screen in. And all right, here we are, right here. All right, I'm going to play this video. Play this video. Deputies, all right. Hold on, until you get done with this commercial, then we're going to play it. All right. Here we are. Here we are.
For new businesses, fiber freelancers is
Let me just play.
like a backbone. You can find anything.
Wait till the commercial ends, and we're going to play this. All right. Wait till it come in. The news is going to talk about the Los Angeles Sheriff Department. They released a body cam. All right, this video finna end shortly. All right.
Neighbors in Lancaster demanding justice as the LA County Sheriff's Department launches a use of force investigation. Want to warn you, may find the video we're about to show you disturbing.
No, you can't touch me. You can't touch me.
Look.
Get down on the ground. Get on the ground.
It's already
Stop.
I
don't give a stop.
Stop
Stop and you get punched in the face.
You punch me and you're gonna get sued too. You already got sued. I got it on camera.
Stop.
Sheriff's Department releasing this video from last Saturday at a Winco grocery store on West Avenue K4. Department says deputies were responding to reports of a robbery when they approached two people matching descriptions given by store security.
Look, he's
Video
spraying.
shows one of the deputies struggling to arrest a woman. You can hear her saying the deputy hit her twice. At some point, that deputy used pepper spray while trying to handcuff the woman. Community leaders plan to protest the incident at the grocery store tomorrow evening.
All right, people. This is crazy. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. It never stops. That's what I always tell people. Don't take down the Black Lives Matter signs because you're gonna need them. They're gonna always shoot and kill black people because black people don't fight back. We got that fake pain, 2 or 3 days, and it's over with. We'll raise sand for 2 or 3 days. It's terrible. This is in LA, people. And this is about allegedly two senior couples stole a cake or something. A cake. Yeah, a cake. And this crazy, this is the world we live in. That's what caused all this video because the store people called and said two people were stealing cakes and they fit the descriptions. You know, the black profile. You know how it is. You know how it is. Okay, callers. I'm opening the call line. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. All right, people, y'all heard the numbers. We're looking for some call. And Sylvia Stone said this is why we shouldn't not have been celebrating Independence Day because there is no equality and justice for the black man in America. That is exactly right. It is sad how a black person always fit the description. That's true. I'm true. Y'all seen it. Imagine a black officer doing a white lady like that. That ain't gonna happen. Y'all know that ain't gonna happen. He'll be fired. And you know the case, everything under investigation. This is sad. I'm sick of this stuff too.
And they waited till today on the 4th.
Listen, Miss Janice Hunter, don't try to justify this, please. Please don't try to justify this. A cake, allegedly, and it has not been proven that they had a cake, stole something, a cake, and they fit the description. Come on now. Somebody talk to me.
Well, Martin, can I say something?
Sure can.
Evidently, the wife did not fit the description because she was not being detained. She was only reporting the engagement of her husband with the officers. So what was the reason, Ms. Hunter, that officer went over and attacked that woman? What was she doing wrong? She wasn't talking. She was reporting. So I want to ask Ms. Hunter, what was the reason? What type of crime was she committing by reporting her husband being arrested and put in cuffs? What did she do to justify that?
That's just like me.
We're not even talking about the case.
That's just like me reporting a crime scene. I'm out of the way and everything. Feel me?
She wasn't saying nothing. And she wasn't the target. Her husband was. She was just reporting. So what made that officer go over there and handle that woman like that?
That's cool. You're right. See, don't try to justify all this for these white folks. Listen, the police, they are not always right. White is not always right. And black definitely not always wrong. Yes, I'm making it out of black and white issues because we see this over and over. You do not see black cops slamming white women down on the ground like that. You don't see it. They know better. They said two women. That is a male and a female. Okay. Let's go to, now I got to call the people. 3268. Hey, caller, you're live, uncut, unedited.
Hey, Martin.
Hey, Mr. Roosevelt, Martin Johnson here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I did not know that this happened until your show because I've seen the news and everything, but of course, you know, I've watched a whole lot of the Chicago news today because the only thing that they could talk about is what happened in Highland Park over a year ago. But you know, that's a whole different situation. But what I don't like is a whole lot of black people, or like one in particular, like you know, you just talked about, you know, who are trying to justify this thing. And I told you, I'm pretty sure you don't have to, you know, agree with me or follow me or something. I said that from now on, since it's your show, whenever someone says something crazy or disrespectful or completely radical like that, you need to instruct them to call in or else you'll be blocked. And, you know, you just simply need to say, that's not a suggestion. Because we need to know, why would somebody justify that? All over a cake? Really? A cake?
Allegedly, they posted stole. Yeah. Which didn't happen.
A cake. Really?
Do that deserves a person stand up there filming?
No.
To get slammed on the ground? Put his knee on the neck, on her neck and on her back and spray mace in her face? No.
This is exactly what happened with the whole George Floyd thing.
Mm-hmm.
We always get hurt over something very, very small. What did George Floyd lose his life for? Over a so-called counterfeit $20 bill. Mm-hmm. It's a small thing. I mean, it's not like the woman, murdered someone because, golly, when someone's white, even they treat, you know, someone who's a mass murderer different. I mean, look at how they treated Dylan Roof. I mean, they were nice to him and everything. And before they took him to jail, they even took him out to McDonald's or Burger King or wherever, even bought him a hamburger and some fries and a pop or whatever. And he had just killed and mowed down 9 people in the church.
Well, Kennard, the DJ, that's not no agitating podium. You are allowed to film in any public place and space. Public. You can do that. That's not agitating. That's your best weapon. When you're in the street, that camera, that gives your story. It tells the story of what happened right there. That camera right there can tell everything. We've solved a lot of crimes. And if it wasn't for the cameras, black people are known to be targets, hung on trees, drugs put on them in their possession, pistols put on them, things like that. That's why we had a camera. So if the police integrity was intact, we wouldn't need body cameras. We wouldn't need it. The purpose of body cameras is because they work.
Cameras, but they can turn them off.
Yeah. Yeah.
That lady looked like she was an elder.
Yeah, of course.
Looked like an older person to me, too.
I didn't see no cake or nothing they supposed to have. And this is my first live. It's right for people to stand around and record. Is it right? Yes, it's right for people to stand around and record. That's right. Or should police stand up for what's right?
A whole lot of times,
yeah.
Police don't want you to.
Yeah. That's right.
I had a situation in Union Station last year where it was someone, he was a black guy or something. I admit he was, being really loud or out of order or something. And then the police were looking to arrest him. So I just got off the Metro train. So I was passing by, so I saw. So I stood at a safe distance, about 10 to 15 feet away, and I started recording. Because even though I admit that he was getting loud or rambunctious or whatever, if you have to make an arrest, the only thing that we ask of police is just that they do it right. So there was one officer who saw me recording. He comes over and snatches my hand and snatches my phone. It tells me he would confiscate my phone. And then the next day, I went to the big boys. I called the main office of the Amtrak police all the way in Washington, D.C. And they told me I had every right to record because they said Union Station is a public place. And they said that anytime you come into Union Station, from the time you're there to the time you leave, you have cameras recording you anyway. So what was the big deal?
I hope he was fired.
They ain't do nothing because I made a mistake. Because at the time I talked to the sergeant about it, I said that I wanted to make an informal complaint. Informal means that they don't really do too much, but one thing I should have done, and I found out in the end, is make a formal complaint. So I made that mistake there, so it didn't go nowhere. What I should have did instead was get up when he grabbed my hand or something and knock the living daylights out of him. That's what I should have did.
No, because he would have killed you then.
He's just an air-track police officer, nothing more.
Yeah, he
right.
Still would have killed you.
All right, hold on. We're looking for some callers. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. And let me say this, people. We see this all around the country. Black people are being racially profiled somehow every time we supposed to go. So we still in, it's always something, people. But black people, if they don't respect you in these stores, don't spend your money there. Walk out with your money. Right. And that's what I do. Because I know, especially they selling food, the food always have an expiration date on it. If you don't sell food around a certain time, it's going to fall off, the potency of the food. It's going to fall off. Listen, when these big businesses and grocery stores open up, they're here to make money. They're not here to hold our hand. They're not here to pray with us or anything. They're here to get our money. They don't want to know about no baby shower. They don't want to know about what's at the barbecue this weekend. None of that. They're here to get that money. And when they don't mistreat you, you take your dollars elsewhere. Well, you say, well, Martin, it's convenient. It's just a block away. Well, get in your car, get on the bus, and go 4, 5, or maybe a mile away and get the same thing you need. Trust me. It's there for you. And black people, do not allow white people to treat you any kind of way. Don't do that. Don't be afraid to speak out. You just got to know when to hold and when to fold. You have to know. These things like that is going to keep happening over and over and over and over. This did not happen in Chicago. This happened in LA, Los Angeles. That's where it happened at, people. I'm looking for some callers. Come on, talk to me. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389.
Put your hands behind your back. Calm down,
Plantation behavior.
Why y'all doing this shit, man? Why y'all doing
Terrorize the black people and make them love and
hold on, ma'am. A cake.
Oh, no. Motherfucker, stop. Get off of her. Don't you sock her. Don't you sock a lady. Don't you sock a lady. Don't sock her. Don't sock her.
He hit him in the face. Put his knee on. She didn't do anything. She was sprayed with the mace. Hey, shut up. That's what that was. She just called his name.
Put your hands behind your back. Calm down, man. No. Why y'all doing this shit, man? Why y'all doing all this?
One more time, people.
Oh no!
Let that have been your mama.
Get off of her! Don't you sock her! Don't you sock a lady! Don't you sock a lady! Don't sock her! Don't sock her!
Put your hands behind your back. Calm down, man. No. Why y'all doing this shit, man?
This is crazy. All right, I got a new caller. All right, new caller. That's what I was waiting on. 6557. Hey, caller, you're live, uncut, unedited. Caller. Just came in, give him a minute, hit the prompts. 6557. Hey, caller.
Hey, Martin.
What's going on? What's your thoughts?
Oh, my God. Martin, it's King Nicole. I am sick to my stomach. Do you hear me?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, when you first showed the video, I came on late. I didn't get the notification. So I didn't see that part where he, like, slammed us. That is insane to me. And if my people can't see what's happening for real, I mean, we get signs and wonders every day. That lady is an elderly lady. You understand? That's crazy to me. Somebody, mama, auntie, whatever, you know, that, no. Oh, Martin. I saw that and got sick to my stomach.
Mm-hmm. And I'm
talking about literally.
People, what did she do? Whatever she did, she didn't deserve to be slammed on the ground like that.
She didn't deserve that. Exactly. And especially over some cake. Come on now. That allegedly, let's say that word.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly over some cake. We always see the description. You understand?
Always. And
they had threads. They had
cake.
white shirts on and dark jeans. That's like half of America. I'm making up something now, but I'm just saying. Hey, come on.
The man putting his knee on the back of the neck and everything.
Yeah, like Roosevelt said, that's like George Floyd all over again. You understand? That's crazy.
And she supposed to lay there and let him. He just sprayed her face, sprayed a mace in her face.
Yeah.
Yeah. People, this is what they do.
With this one caller, Martin, what's his name? Eric Bavolo.
Okay, what
and I'm here to tell you, that's me. He say, if that was my mama, I would be locked up, and a whole bunch of other people too.
I don't care if they stole a case; they didn't deserve that.
That's
and
right.
They didn't.
Exactly.
Didn't deserve that. Exactly. What kind of society this is supposed to be a civilized society. We have court. We have law and order.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Ain't no law and order besides the TV show.
Right. Listen, and they always making black people out to be the criminals of everything. And we know who the real
And we
thieves
know
are.
better.
We know who the real thieves
That's
are.
right.
We definitely know who the real thieves are.
They don't look like me or you. That's all I'm going to say on that. Yeah. Yeah, that made me sick, Martin. I'm very disturbed in my spirit. Now imagine, I got 3 young black boys growing up, 12, 13. They see something like that. You know what I mean? And people say, oh, you got to walk away. It's what kids see their mama. You understand? It goes back to what we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
My kids, if they was with me and some nonsense like that happened, I'm just holding my camera up, which I'm able to do in America. Do you think my kids gonna just sit there? I teach my kids how to be respectful and all of that, but it's something inside of a child if they see something happening to their mama. I got mad, and I'm not even related to that lady. You understand me?
But this is
come on.
This is what we talk about the group.
Yeah, you don't do that to people. That's insane to me. Oh my God, man, that's crazy.
That's crazy. We got a couple of new callers. They're calling in. I want somebody from LA. Look, he slammed that lady. Look, my goodness.
I mean, slammed her.
Mm-hmm. Like she was a football
player. Somebody you just said like a wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I want to hear that. I want to see that Janice Hunter call in who tried to justify this thing, because I would love to see someone try to justify that. I would love to hear that.
You can't justify this.
No, you can't justify
I know you can't, but I would like to see if someone could try.
You can't
I mean, you know, it's always going to be somebody with an opinion, but you can't justify that.
Let's go to the next caller, people. 9433. 9433.
Hey, Martin, how you doing?
Good.
Okay, that's a very disturbing video. This is sick. That's why. I am an older lady, and I have a few medical issues.
Hold on, people. Hold on. One mic at a time. Listen, we listen to 9433. It's the only person should be talking right now. I'll call on the next caller. Go ahead, 9433.
Okay. And I am a lady of her age.
Ma'am, you're not 94. You're 936, Eric Coast. I need you to hold on, okay? Hold on. You're next.
Problem.
Okay, I want to hear from 9433. 9433, the last 4 digits of your telephone number. Go ahead, young lady. Go ahead.
I said that is a very disturbing video. And these cops think that they could just keep beating up on us. That's wrong.
That's dead wrong. All right.
That's wrong.
Hold it. Let's go to the new caller. 936. Okay, caller. Okay. Senior caller, 936.
Yes, Martin. How you doing?
Oh, I'm blessed. I'm happy to be living. Oh, your first time call? Right. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's what
watch the show, but this is very disturbing because I seemed like every pain that lady gonna be feeling for a long time. You know, dog, he done flipped her over his body and onto the ground. What cake is that expensive that they tasted in that store that's gonna cost what they're gonna have to pay out?
They don't care.
I don't see a cake in her hand. I don't see a bag in neither one of them things.
That's profiling.
So where's the cake?
No cake. It's no cake.
There's no cake.
How could this officer justify what he just done to this sister?
He can't.
Why?
I don't even think she was.
Go ahead.
I don't even think she was leaning on his car when he turned around and went and snatched her.
This wasn't about no car. He wanted to arrest her anyway. He didn't like the fact that she was filming.
But you, and guess what? It was somebody else filming as well.
Mm-hmm.
See, he didn't think about that. They need to make sure that these people have common sense and book sense as well. They need to go and get checked out for a therapist to see if they even need to be on the force.
Well, a lot of them got hate in their heart toward black people. Hate in their heart.
Okay.
Ma'am,
we have a lot of young.
Ma'am, where you calling from? What state you calling from?
Texas.
Texas.
Yes.
And you see that this is.
And my daughter is visiting right now in California. I feel for her. I called her as soon as it came up live, and I saw your topic. I said, get him online live. He's online right now. I said, please be careful. Young black, her and her husband.
And this is a senior lady. He had his knee on her neck.
Yeah, but they arrested the man, and he tied him up to something, didn't he?
No. Let me look now. He
handcuffed him.
He had handcuffs. Yeah, he had.
So what? What did he handcuff him to?
No, he had him. The other white guy had his arm. There's two officers. They had him. Once they got the cuffs on.
I see him now.
Okay.
I see him now. Yeah.
He slams up. Bloom. What warranted that? Nobody on this live.
Can I say something?
Yes, go ahead.
People, we need to look a little deeper into what that officer actually did. And from a race soldier's mindset, he's going to show it's symbolic. When police officers attack black people like this, it is symbolic. You know, it's the 4th of July. I'm going to show you that you don't have anything to celebrate. You still in bondage. Let me show you. I still can do what I want to do to you as a white man, and he did it. He did it. Plantation behavior. I'm going to brutalize you in front of all the others, in front of your husband, and emasculate him, and show you that he can't even protect you, because I'm going to beat you up. And that's exactly what he did. And this other caller that just said they need to get books, they have books. These people have labeled themselves and self-proclaimed themselves to be the higher intelligence. So they know exactly what they're doing. But you have no right to challenge a race soldier in their behavior. I don't care what you think or what the law says. I'm above the law. And I'm going to show you every chance I get that I can do what I want to you and nothing will be done about it.
And these are some subliminal messages that they're sending us. Now you waited good until you got her husband handcuffed, hand behind his back, and now you want to slam, so he can protect his woman, and you're gonna humiliate her like that, slam her down like she a football player on concrete.
He manhandled her more than he did her.
Yeah, that is true. I ain't even look at it like that. Yeah, she just filming. I got a new call.
He could have easily walked over and got her hand.
Yeah.
You can hang me up, Martin. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. All right. All right. Caller 6728. 6728.
Hi, Martin.
Hey, how are you?
This is Janice Hunter.
Okay, Miss Hunter, come on, talk to us. Roosevelt called you out.
I just wanted to clarify something. I was just asking what happened to the lady. I was not blaming her or anything else. I know Roosevelt. I love Roosevelt. I noticed he had made a comment about Miss Hunter. And also the lady that's on the line now, I never say anything negative about anything because, like I say, I love being black.
All right. I love
Okay,
being
so
black.
I don't want
I
anybody
love
thinking
being
that, you know, I
black.
was black. That's right. Live uncut.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, I didn't mean anything or blaming anything. No, a lady shouldn't have been thrown down like that or anything else. And I was just asking, what did she do for them to do something like that? That's all. I was not blaming her. I just wanted to get that clear. Okay, Martin?
Okay. I mean, you talked to Roosevelt. I didn't blame you. You know, but I know whatever
Oh,
she.
okay, well, he did and the lady did. I think they just got my comment, you know, misunderstood because no, I wasn't blaming her. I was just asking why did they do it?
Right. And see, my thing is,
so no, I mean nothing.
My thing, I just said, whatever they did, whatever she did, she didn't deserve to be slammed on the ground like that.
No, she did.
That's
no,
what
she
I
did
was
not.
saying.
I was just trying.
Okay.
Yes, you were. And I was just trying to find out what she did. I love your show, Martin.
Thank
I
you.
watch you every night. I
Thank you.
comment or
Yes, you do.
whatever. I mean, no harm.
Okay, no, listen, I didn't take it as offensive. You know, I speak my mind. I tell the truth. And if I get off, I need to be.
Yes, you do.
Listen, if I get off, I need to be checked too, because I'm not above being wrong. You know, that's what I tell people. Because
No.
a true friend gonna tell you, hey, Martin, I love you, but you dead wrong on this one. I understand. I mean, just like with the restaurant thing, I didn't see it the way everybody seen it, but I ain't gonna fall out with nobody and call them out them names and stuff like that. Roosevelt, did you have anything to say? Because Miss Hunter clarified herself. Roosevelt?
And I love Roosevelt. He's always right to me.
Yeah.
Well, I guess and everything. Sometimes I guess whenever you're typing a comment, because I guess it happens to me too. Because you know, by me being visually impaired, you know, whenever I type a comment, I talk text. I guess it's easy to maybe accidentally misinterpret a comment or something like that. And if I was wrong on this one, golly, I apologize because, but you know, because sometimes you will find some black people who will try to justify certain things like that, no matter what. But you know, if you didn't do it, like you said you did, because even you said nothing calls for this, or nothing calls for it. Even if she did pick the cake, it was not worth that.
No, it's not. It's not. It really is too much going on now. And I'm glad Black folks are speaking up more. And we, like I said, we can talk and talk and talk. And it's up to us to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's too much going on. And we're not okay with it. But what can we do? But make comments. We can make comments. We can say it's not wrong or it's not right. We can say it's not right, but then what is the solution? That's what I want to know. What is the solution? Like he's knocking that lady on the ground. They're knocking that lady on the ground. But what's going to happen after that? What's going to happen?
Maybe another uprising like we did in 2020. Maybe that's what it'll take.
$36.99.
Can
Go
I
ahead.
say something?
Yes, go ahead.
I want to say this. The first thing that Black people need to do is stop asking why he did that. That's a rhetorical question. You know why he did it. He did it because she was Black. That's the first thing. We have to stop asking rhetorical questions. What's wrong? Why did he do that to her? We know why he did it to her, because he's a race soldier. He did it because of the hate that's in his character, his heart, and he wanted to display that hate. That's the first thing, because when you start asking why somebody did something, you're only setting the stage to make it look like you don't understand. We all understand why he did it. Stop asking why. Let's get to the real, let's get to the meat and potatoes of it. We understand what you did. We know why you did it. Let's be clear about that. Black people, we got to stop soft shoeing and dancing around the why. Stop asking why. We know why.
Well, actually, I didn't know why he threw her on the ground. I came in on it on the video, so I didn't know why she was on the ground. So no, I didn't know. And I don't care if she stole a cake or she stole a cupcake. She didn't deserve to be on the ground by anybody. Anybody. I mean, if she's pardon me?
He's a madman. He's a madman.
Well, he might be a madman. He might be a madman, but I said he might be a madman, but whatever you are or whoever he is, he didn't deserve. I mean, she didn't deserve to be on that ground like that. And like I said, sometimes people might want a cake or need a cake or a piece of meat or whatever, and they can't afford to get it. And so if I seen someone come and take a cake, a cupcake, or anything else.
I just asked, could I speak? And this is the problem right here with white folks. White people have a thing called cognitive dissonance. And what that means is a person will justify he has already justified in his mind why it was okay to do that, so he can sleep at night. Okay, let's be clear. And so when you see a person step off a track like a deranged, wild, rabid animal and walk over to another human being and viciously assault them the way that he did, that's a sick individual. That's called cognitive dissonance. He has already decided in his mind that it's okay what I'm getting ready to do. And that's what he did. These people are mentally ill. Okay? That's what I mean by let's stop asking questions. It's no more.
Okay, so let's stop asking questions. So what is your suggestion? Asking questions. So what do you suggest we do?
My thing is to get it in your head that we're not. Stop asking why. It's like a shade tree, waiting for them to give you an answer, so they can hum and ha around the real issue. If she was white, that wouldn't have never happened. That man did that because of what she is. She is a black woman. And that's the number one thing. Every time something happens with black people and white people and police, the first thing black people want to do is soft shoe around the issue. Well, why did he do that? What do you mean, why did he do it? He did it because he wanted to, and because she's black and he's white and he's a race soldier. See, black people act like we're afraid to say what it is. You give people a chance to hum and ha and soft pen around the real issue. There is no justification for what he did. There's one reason why he did it, because he's evil and hateful, and she's black. The first thing they do in a case, when you file an EEOC case in the workplace, the first thing that investigator from the EEOC does is ask you, well, why do you believe that you've been treated this way? And I see it over and over again when I help people write up their papers. The first thing they say is, well, I don't know. No, the right answer is, I believe that I've been treated differently than others. I've been singled out because I've been treated differently. Well, what do you mean when you say you've been treated differently? Well, I don't see anyone else that I work with that has been treated the way that I have been treated. Because the hardest case to prove is discrimination based off of race. So you just gotta wordplay, because that's what everything is.
So what you're saying, everything you're saying, it makes sense, but then at the same time, it's not solving anything. It's not solving the solution. You keep saying people keep asking why. You keep saying people are asking why. So what do you want people to do?
And I simply said, because now you're being facetious, and I'm gonna call you on it. Now.
Oh no! See, now I'm not even going through that, Martin. I just called in to explain what I was trying to say, but now she wants to go through a whole nother thing, and I'm not even on that. I'm just listening, and I keep my comments to myself because you have no solution. You're just asking. You're just complaining about people asking why, and you have not came up with a solution.
Okay.
Good night.
We're just asking why. People asking why.
Okay, we got a new caller, people.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you for calling. All right. Area code 936. 936.
Yes.
How you doing, caller?
Hi, Martin. I'm good. I was calling back
Okay.
I wanted the ladies to see what they were just doing and the video that you're showing now.
Mm-hmm.
See, we get to hating them so much to where some people try to become them. We're fighting and saying the same thing about what's going on. And these two ladies are just about getting upset with each other. Like it was them that got arrested. We need to stop and listen to others sometimes. We all may say it different, meaning the same thing, and it's okay. But if we don't join together, we're going to fall apart.
I agree with you. Gonna fall apart.
More. Yes, ma'am.
Because
yeah,
I mean, this
we're already falling.
And I understood what both of them were saying, because most of the time when people ask, "What did she do?" Hold on, it don't make a difference. Whatever she did, she didn't deserve to be slammed to the ground. You're not doing the white folks like that, and we're not gonna get done like that as well. Exactly. I understand that.
But just like she had the right, she didn't know what she said when she first came on. She came into the second part of it, and she didn't know why. She said that way before. And so, like she said, I asked that because I didn't see it from the beginning until I think you did it the second video is when she called the first part. Because she said, oh, but I'm still and listening. Anybody else is available to speak.
Okay, cool. And I understand, but I'm going to be honest with you. History have told us when people say, why did he do that? What did she do? That most of the time they siding with the white folks and the police.
Of course.
I'm just saying. And that's why I can see why Roosevelt and the other caller was saying what they were saying. Even myself, I said, well, whatever she did, she didn't deserve to be slammed down like a football player. She didn't. You could see her. You could truly see her hands, or both her hands on her cell phone. She didn't have a weapon. She was just filming.
What did she do? She had to do something. She had to do something. What did she do?
She was next to the man.
What did she do mean?
Yeah.
She walked out next to the man.
Mm-hmm. And I know she was holding the camera.
Says, well, what did she do?
Beating up by walking with her husband.
Yeah. And they still haven't found the cake yet. So I understand. I understand. No love lost towards you, Miss Hunter, anything like that. I understand. But we know what it is. We don't have to tiptoe or tap dance around the truth. This is racist. This is hateful. This is ugly. This is wrong. You cannot justify this. You can't justify this at all, this type of behavior. And like you said, Mom, 936, they didn't even handle the man that rough the way he handled her.
Exactly.
And she got sprayed with mace. And she got sprayed with mace.
After she was down.
Yeah. And he put his knee on her neck back area, which is a no-no.
That's right. So they want to continue the George Floyd thing. Okay. We're going to see. They ain't going to say that. But they better watch it.
Yeah.
I said we need another uprising like we did in 2020. If you won't say it, I know I will.
Right.
Y'all know what karma is.
Yeah.
Waiting for justification. Well, what did she do? And now you can wait for them to paint their narrative. Well, she was, and she, now it's been justified why she was treated that way. And we don't need to be asking what she did because we already know why it happened. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I hear you, sister.
Yeah. Because we got the
You really
law.
can't address anything until you acknowledge why it happened.
Okay.
As long as you're asking why, you're waiting for justification. We know why.
Mm-hmm.
Well, most of the time, when black people always ask why, they're trying to say, I got a good friend of mine. Now, I admit I do have some conservative values, but this particular friend of mine is far much more conservative than me. And anytime she sees these cases, like if I talk about it on YouTube or whatever, the first thing she always be like, oh, man, I just wonder why they did her like that then. So, in other words, a whole lot of black folks, they're trying to send a subliminal message saying, well, if they did her like that, she must have been doing something. And as soon as they found out, well, maybe it's over a cake. So what? Big deal. She shouldn't have stolen. So she deserved what happened to her. And this is what some black people would say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Stockholm syndrome. Mm-hmm.
Well,
So most people do not believe that the police are agitators. They do things. They have bad conduct toward the citizens. They don't believe that. They don't believe that. All right, listen up, people. Listen up. Listen up. I'm playing.
Launches a use of force investigation. Want to warn you, may find the video we're about to show you disturbing.
No, you can't touch me. You can't touch me.
It's from another angle.
Get down on the ground. Get on the ground.
It's already on YouTube.
Stop.
Live.
I don't give a stop. Stop. You're gonna get punched in the face.
You punch me and you're gonna get sued too. You already got sued. I got it on camera.
Stop.
Sheriff's Department releasing this video from last Saturday at a Winco grocery store on West Avenue K4. Department says deputies were responding to reports of a robbery when they approached two people matching descriptions given by store security. Video shows one of the deputies struggling to arrest a woman. You can hear her saying the deputy hit her twice.
I'm gonna play it again.
Releasing this video from last.
Let me run it back.
I got it on.
This is another angle.
Stop. You're gonna get punched in the face.
You punch me and you're gonna get sued too. You already got sued. I got it on camera.
Stop.
Sheriff's Department releasing this video from last Saturday at a Winco grocery store on
I
West
thought she had
Avenue
an ass pump, she had a
K4.
sunglasses
Department
in her
says
hand.
deputies were responding to reports of a
But he's
robbery
sprayed
when they
with that
approached
mace.
two people matching descriptions given by store security.
Look.
Video shows one of the deputies struggling to arrest a woman. You can hear her saying the deputy hit her twice. At some point, that deputy used pepper spray while trying to handcuff the woman. Community leader.
The wife I hands with that tape that they got. You better show me a tape.
Mm-hmm.
They keep coming up with these angles. Show me the tape.
Mm-hmm. That's from the deputy angle point of view. They it's clear. It's clear there. That everything is under
Very
investigation.
much so.
Everything is under investigation right now. It's under investigation.
The only thing that ain't clear is how he flipped her and she landed on the ground.
Uh-huh. They didn't show that part, did they?
No, they don't want to show that. But see, I know how I feel. I kissed the ground the other week or going out there to my car. I just felt like kissing the concrete. Don't know how, don't know what. Hey. I was like, oh my God. And all I got was a banged up knee, and I said, thank you, Jesus. Because that ground hurt. That concrete hurt. I didn't even want to go nowhere when I got up. And it's hot down here in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I feel just by falling on my own, she was slammed. Like a linebacker done came up to her.
Well, I tell y'all one thing. I'm not going to justify this demonic behavior of this cop.
I ain't either.
I'm not.
What it is.
And when that young white boy went into church and shot all them people, they took him to Burger King. Tell him to justify that. Justify that.
Come on.
Patted him up.
Because he killed all them black people in there. They was rewarding him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should be no careful.
Mm-hmm. I mean, here's a woman filming, and you grabbed her by her neck, I think, and slung her down.
Mm-hmm.
This
he
is
grabbed about her neck and the right arm.
Mm-hmm. He didn't, like you said, Miss Lady 936. He didn't even handle her husband like that. And let me tell people, listen, black people, the police is not always right.
Well, we definitely know that.
That was personal.
Yeah. He's really trying to hurt her too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He really hurt her.
He wouldn't have did a white woman like that, a white older woman. He wouldn't have done her like that. I don't even believe a black cop would have been.
He wouldn't have been a white teenager like that. Male teenager. Mm-hmm. He wouldn't have did him like that.
Racism, y'all know what it is? It's hate. It's hate.
And capital letters.
It's hate. So we're going to leave it right there, people.
Because you can't make that make sense.
No.
You cannot make that make sense.
No, you can't.
You can't do it. And if they do that, okay, everybody better get a gun.
This is L.A., Los Angeles.
I don't.
Say something, Martin?
Yes, go ahead.
Also, I'm going to need for all black people to hear what I'm getting ready to say. As soon as you are approached by the police and they tell you, well, we got this and we got this, stop pleading with the police and be quiet and just ask one question. Where do you want my hands, in the front or the back? Just be quiet. Because the more and more you talk and you begging and pleading, oh, I didn't do nothing. That I didn't do. Now you're just making it worse. You just be quiet. If they're going to arrest you, let them arrest you and lawyer up later. Be quiet. One question. Where do you want my hands, in the front or the back?
Well,
that's it.
And Tulsa, you are so right. And if it was just that simple, because we are not, listen, and I know everybody gonna say, yeah, you got, ain't none of us the same. You know, we got people walking around here with attitudes. We got a lot of people walking around here that feel like they got a finger stuck up their butt half the time, you know, and you got Miss Barbie Black over there, you know, and then you got Sally Sue that married old Jim Bob over there, you know. Come on now. Everybody, because you walk, if a cop walks up to you and slam you, tell me you gonna just stand up and say, where you want my hands, front or back?
I am, because I know what's going to happen.
The
more you talk, the more it's called fishing. Police have a tactic that they use. It's called fishing. They create an emotion in you, and then they build off of that. See, it's all psychological.
And all of us ain't got all psychological sense either.
And that's why I'm talking to people right now, ma'am. I'm letting people know how to deal with these situations. If they hear it, they can program themselves to learn how to stop being emotional and calm down and be able to think. When you're mad and you're emotional,
you tell all them Bloods and Crips and them other gangs that this is what they need to do, because they pretty much younger than we are. So, you know, hey, they can learn a little bit. My mind says
it is a tactic that the police use, and they want you to get emotional. Once they create the emotion, now they got, because now they're going to build off of that emotion. Now you got resistance. Now you're creating a nuisance in the public. You're disturbing
this been going on.
When they get finished with you, you're going to have 5 charges.
Some people don't know that whenever you're talking to the police, even just being emotional, you know, because some people in the midst of being emotional are saying that, you know, I didn't do anything or whatever, you know, later on, you know, even if it's innocent, something that you're saying, they can use the most innocent thing against you in court.
That's right, Roosevelt. That's why I'm telling people, learn how to be quiet.
Well, let me just say this.
Civil rights are being violated.
Okay, let me just say this, 36. of 99. Now with the asking the cops where you want my hand to the front and back. Now in this case, he grabbed her by the neck and put his foot all on the back area. So she had no other choice but to kind of like resist.
Yeah,
and she might be another George Floyd.
Though.
Now in this case,
that ain't the 936. That's the other lady. That ain't me.
Okay, that's not you. Okay.
The other lady.
Okay,
yeah.
well, okay,
yeah.
$36.99 I'm talking about. Okay, $36.99. Okay, in this case, that wouldn't have worked. You want my hands behind my front or the back, that wouldn't have worked because he went right at her and snatched her by the neck and threw her on the ground. So that wouldn't have worked.
And that's what I said. So after she got up, did she want the lady to say, where you want my hands, front or back? I may not even been able to move. You probably done knocked my hip out, my back out. You done hit my head, so I got a concussion. And you want me to say, where you want my hand? Baby, you good.
No, I wasn't talking about her situation. I'm talking about in general. I wasn't speaking in this situation. I'm simply saying that when you are engaged by the police, period.
Yeah, and
the first thing white people do is say, I didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
You can't do this. They can do whatever they want, and they keep showing you that they can do what they want.
Silence is definitely a virtue. You know,
I'm saying that when you are engaged by the police, you're not going to reason with the police, ma'am. You're not. And it's designed for you to lose. So my suggestion is, when you have been engaged by the police, you already know that you're already in their mind, you've done something. Your job is to be quiet.
Okay.
And I have done it. Where you want my hands, in the front or the back? Because once they put them cuffs on and they can't articulate the reasonable suspicion of why you're being handcuffed, that's the first violation right there. You don't have to get to yelling, oh, I know my rights. They know your rights too.
Mm-hmm.
And the more and more you start talking, the more and more that pen gonna dance across that paper, building a case against you.
Okay, and you know what? And a lot of cases they have built against people. If you don't show up for yourself, that's the downfall. I didn't want to bring this up, but I whooped the cop down here. They wanted to give me 10. You can't do that. What I did was all reaction. And you know what? He made the wrong person. But since I whooped his ass, yeah, they wanted to give me, 10 years plus 5 years probation. Ain't none of that on my record. By the time I finished, and it didn't even take 2 years. Okay, but I'm done. Everybody just can't shut up. Because you yanked on me, and if I got the chance, that we ain't see no uniform. If that lady, you think that lady thought about he was a police officer first when he came and grabbed her and threw her down? You think she really thought, oh, he's not a man today, he's a police officer. You know? So, hey, we just need to say front or back, as she said.
Not in that situation, but in any other situation. When a police officer pull you over and tell you to get out the car, you need to get out the car.
If you're not somewhere safe, you keep driving.
You can drive to a stop sign. When they tell you to get out, lock your door, hold your hands up, and be quiet. Because once they start dancing across that paper with that pen, it's not what you say, it's what they say. Anything you say can and will be used against you.
That body cam better be on.
Okay, because
they could turn that off at any time.
Yeah, but some places don't have body cameras. Some places, like them little small suburbs, some of them don't have body cameras. Can't depend on that all the time.
Look what happened to Sandra Bland. Look what happened to Sandra Bland. She kept saying, I know my rights, and they made sure she didn't get to justify them too. It pays to be quiet and know when to fold sometimes. Live to see another day to fight.
It does.
These people already violating your rights.
All of them.
They already violating your rights and disrespecting you. But now you're going to let him know that you know your rights and end up dead. Learn how to be quiet sometimes and learn to fight another day.
Yes, Martin.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is Tina. I remember one day we was at my daughter's grammar school, so we talking about a few years ago. They had a meeting where I think he was a captain, lieutenant, whatever his title was. He came and he was telling us like basically what 3699 was saying. He's like, we know it's bad cops out here and they do all kind of bad stuff. And he said, you fight, like she's saying, to live another day. You can get lawyered up. Now, we know sometimes we do get emotionally charged. I got many police officers, family members, right? My cousin told me flat out, they're like, hey, if the police pull you over, you don't say nothing until they ask you a question. That's it.
Right.
They say you don't say nothing because we know you don't say nothing until they ask you a question. If they ain't saying nothing, you don't say nothing to them. And I mean, again, with anything, I can say I'm cool right now. I don't know. I might be having a bad day and they pull me over and everything I heard go out the window. So it is important for us to hear this. I mean, you'll never know how it's going to pan out, but if you can be cool, I even heard you, Martin, talking one time and you were saying how they were trying to get you agitated and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And you was cool under pressure too.
Yeah, but I went off one a couple of times.
We gotta be smarter than them.
Yeah, gotta be. Yeah, because they'll take you there.
Be smarter than them.
But you know,
they will. They call you. They do everything.
Yeah. So I'll say this for Roosevelt. I think Roosevelt was trying to say something. We just need to be careful when we come in contact with the police doing a traffic stop. If it's a domestic situation, period, or if it's an assault, we have to be careful. An older man said it like this, Nearly Fuller. He said, when you get pulled over the police, this might be your moment. Prepare to die because it can go either way. Imagine an officer having a bad day. They can have a breakdown too. They can have a meltdown. And they can be just like these young thugs out here waiting to shoot that revolver or that Glock they got, that 9mm. Waiting on anything that can justify them shooting and killing a black person. Well, he was reaching. I pulled over and he moved real fast, went in his glove department. I thought he was going for a gun, so I shot and killed him. And guess what?
That's it.
He can get off. You might not like it. You might tie the city up. You might tie the country up. But he's going to get off. All you got to say, the man was reaching for something in the glove department. I didn't know what he was reaching for, and I shot him. Do you know if police come towards you and you start reaching, you ain't got to have no gun for him to shoot you. Because if you're reaching and pretending like you got one reaching for something, he can shoot you dead. A lot of people don't know that. And you know the famous line, I fear for my life, or I thought he had a weapon or gun. Those are the two lines that gets him off every time. 99.9 of the time, it works. I thought he had a gun, and I fear for my life.
And it shouldn't be that way.
It shouldn't be that way, Roosevelt.
Because if you fear for your life that much, I mean, I think a change of career is, greatly in order. Maybe an exciting career in sports or maybe electronics or something like that. Something that's not going to make you feel so threatened. Because, as long as you're a police officer, there's always a chance of something happening. You got to prepare yourself.
Roosevelt, let me just say that in defense of the police, I will say this. They don't know who's who. So it's like this. You have to treat every citizen as if they was a killer, murderer, or shooter. You don't know until you get the situation under control. Because when they pull you over that squad car, now that license plate may say Mark Johnson, but it might be Willie Lowe that's driving it. The killer, or the mass murderer, or the drive-by shooter, anything. So they have to use universal precaution. Because you look nice, or you look presentable, you got a suit and tie on, that doesn't make a difference. They got to find out who you are. That's why they ask you your ID and everything. So you got to take it in mind. If you're a police officer,
so bad until that happens.
I know, but that's it. I mean,
and I think that's just unfair for them to look at all of us as being the same. But yet, a whole lot of police officers who I have talked to, they get all resentful and get a bug up their butt when we look at all of them as being the same.
Yeah, I understand, Roosevelt. We're gonna close it up. Yep, we're going to close it up. I thank you first time caller. I appreciate you for your callers. Yeah. Appreciate everybody for their opinions and things like that. And
good show.
Yeah, it's a good show. Just know if the police pull you over, try your best to comply. That doesn't mean that you're going to go home free or something might not happen to you, because you still can comply, and we've seen that.
Keep your composure and comply.
Yeah. So we
ain't going to jail. It's too hot. Ain't going to jail.
Whew. All right. We're going to end it right there. Thank you. Thank my panel for calling in, staying with me, hanging with me tonight. It's midnight hour. Thank you. I know a lot of you got to go to work. Some of you ain't going to work in the morning. Y'all had too much beer, too much alcohol, too much of whatever you've been doing, but hopefully your job can understand.
You already know what it is.
What is it?
Live, uncut, unedited.
This is where we
tell the truth and shame the devil.
Janice Hunter, I'm like you.
I love being black.
Janice, I love
being black.
Appreciate you guys for calling in. Thank you so much. Good night, everybody.